Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. At times, we here at LBQ like to tackle some of life's most important mysteries, whether we're diving into black holes or theorizing about the Big Bang. But sometimes, there's a question of essentially no importance that just about everyone has heard at some point or another. Why the heck do round pizzas come in square boxes? It seems like such a waste, but is there a reason behind it? Let's find out. Hint, there is. If you want to see our most popular videos, check out the Biggest Hits playlist on the channel. Now get ready, it's time to ask the question, why does a round pizza come in a square box? Just as a side note, I'm aware that technically a round pizza box would be considered cylindrical, but I'll just be saying round in this video for the sake of ease. Why use 4 syllables when you can use just one? Now, back to the question. While the reasoning behind the square box may seem obvious to some people, it's a question that can be seen just about everywhere online. People around the world seem to be befuddled by the apparent lack of sense on the part of pizza sellers. But to those who have wondered, there are a few rather simple reasons for it. First of all, pizza boxes tend to be stored at a pizza place in an unfolded form. This allows them to be laid flat, making them take up far less space when stacked. Rectangular boxes, or cuboid boxes for the sticklers, can be formed rather easily using just one sheet of cardboard. If a folder is experienced, this can be done in a matter of seconds. I speak from experience. However, if you were to try to make a round pizza box, it would likely require the use of several separate sheets of cardboard for logistical reasons. It's true that you could make boxes that are more round than a square, like the patented octagonal boxes you see at certain joints, but to make it truly round requires a great deal more effort. Another reason the boxes are square is that square boxes stack much easier. While round boxes would technically take up less space, the diameter would still be the same. This means we would be able to fit the same amount of boxes in a certain area with round ones as square ones, making it at best a non-improvement and at worst a decrease in functionality. This is particularly relevant to frozen pizza. Square boxes allow them to be stacked and shipped the easiest, taking up as little room as possible and allowing better optimization of space in transit. It also makes it easier to display at a grocery store, with the flat edges allowing boxes to be stored flush to each other, which helps to prevent shifting or falling. Really, this concept applies to pretty much anything that comes in a box. We don't keep couches in a couch-shaped box, they come in a rectangular one. If you buy a pair of shoes, they don't come in a perfectly molded container to fit their shape and size, they come in a shoebox. Straight lines and right angles simply make storage and shipping much easier. But wait, you might be thinking, if square boxes are better, why then don't we make pizzas square to fit the box better? Well, setting aside the fact that many party-sized pizzas are square, there are a few reasons that most pizzas remain round, despite the square box they come in. For one, that is simply the way it's always been done. For years, pizza was flattened and stretched out by spinning it in the air, utilizing centrifugal force. As a quick science side note, centrifugal force is where an object's rotation creates a force pushing out from the center, while centripetal force is the force that pulls into the center. Yay, science. This centrifugal force inevitably gave the dough a round shape, with the dough being pushed outwards as it spins, and this is stuck to this day. If that isn't enough reason for you, many claim that the square box makes it easier to get the pizza out of the box, since the extra room around the edges gives your fingers more space to reach in. So making all pizzas square would both break tradition and potentially make it harder to eat. And now we return to our question, why does a round pizza come in a square box? Well, it's rather simple. It's more convenient to use square boxes. It's easier to store unfolded, easier to fold, easier to stack together, and it even just fits on surfaces better. Plus, given the round shape of pizzas, the extra space gives the pizza some breathing room and makes it easier to remove from the box. At the end of the day, pizza boxes, like most boxes, are square because it's just a better shape for a box. Thank you for watching Life's Biggest Questions. I hope this was interesting and informative, and maybe even inspired you to look into it further on your own. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below. While you're down there, let me know what other weird questions like this you've always wanted to know the answer to. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Life's Biggest Questions, wishing you the best of luck on your quest for answers.